No, I know. I'll be out in the field, but when I come back to report,
Subin report.
let me do some.
Do you know how to type?
Yeah. The
Lit. I just had to make sure. Welcome back to JK Office Hours, where we talk about the internal politics and workings of Just Kidding.
politics.
So today we're talking about how are we liking, and I'm curious about the fans too.
The sweatshop method?
How are we liking the sweatshop method, and mostly though, how do you like how we haven't done JK news articles? We do like OTRs. I'm very curious.
I think it's easier on us for prepping, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because with news articles, you got to read, you got to learn about what you're about to say.
I read that some people do miss it because, I mean, just like longtime legacy fans, like, we are their news source because they hate the news. Mm-hmm. But I personally like this format a little bit more because it's a freedom.
Yeah.
We don't have to stick to the news topics. Yeah.
Like Joe was just talking about the news article for a second. Pause. We all look around. Blink, blink. So yeah, they say he's okay and he's gonna survive.
What does he look like?
He is Asian.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is
It's
this?
What's happening right now?
Same kind of every time, basically.
But there used to be, I mean, well, there still is, like, certain, like, we just did the whole COVID on the White House website, like, saying the origins of it. Like, when we're genuinely interested in something and we're not just shooting the shit for no reasons, I like those.
Yeah, talking about a guy who got like stuck in his radiator or some shit.
That's fun.
Especially all the bummer news that we get back to back to back, because that's the most appealing news.
That is
right?
really fun, but then it also comes down to, here's the interesting part. You know, like Bart always said, whenever he listens to what his fans want, he does exactly that, and then nobody watches it.
Yeah.
It's like when people are like, don't stop doing articles, and then we do them, no one watches them. But then when you take articles away, you no longer have the OTRs get more views. You don't have the comparison anymore. So if you just do nothing but all OTRs, it feels like the Oops All Marshmallow cereal, where it's like, okay, then they're all just gonna be low. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Too much marshmallows.
Because people used to be like, ooh, OTRs, I only watch OTRs. And then if you make them all OTRs, can they watch all of those?
Let's be real though. A lot of people listen to us while they're doing other things, and the longer content is more favorable for that.
just better.
Because they don't have to interact with their phone as much as they're like, okay, I need another JK News. Or
And on top of that too, I think the article structure was like probably better when we were, you guys were filming 3 days a week or like every week. Because then if news came in, you were like news would go out. But now like we meet up every other week as of now. So it's like something could be like, yo, did you see this? Yeah, I'll see. Let's talk about it next weekend.
I know.
And it's just like that's just the news don't really hit like that anymore. So for us to just talk about things that again we either authentically care about or are relevant in the moment that we're shooting, that's effective and that's topical for us.
Yeah.
Just to organically speak about.
Well, JK on the street.
Those 5 videos that are 20 minutes long make the same amount of money as one video with the same time length with as many people viewing both?
No.
That's the only reason we don't do long form, right?
Yeah, well, and it gives it 5 different opportunities for one of those videos to do better. So, like,
In search.
for example, like, we only have one shot if we do a long form one for that. If that one doesn't do well, it's a big loss.
Yeah.
So then there's a lot of different ways around it, but I think it's like what worked 4 years ago, it just doesn't work today. So there's a lot of different factors, right? But then like if we are not filming every single day, experimenting, trying different shit or whatever, I think that's where really our bottleneck is like it's like how do we change the system? But that's why it's exciting to like go to Vegas and be like, all right guys, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know?
Legit. Oh, it's gonna be next level.
Oh, even
And then,
regardless of again, I'm not privy to like numbers and stuff like that, but I just like talking like this more, right? Versus just like again, just some random article or something, and then being like, okay, like what's my real opinion?
Guy
on
in
this?
Florida stuck on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Man, that sucks.
we're really just talking
Can you
about
believe that?
gibberish.
Imagine you're up there. Good thing you're not upside down.
You must be so high.
Versus like us, like
Wonder
right
what he
now,
ate that day.
We get to just talk about like literally whatever we want. Call back, and then really just kind of have our own expresses and feelings about it. And from a host perspective, this is actually a really funny personal thing that I know you guys get. Usually when we have to look for articles and we're doing a lot of prep work to find out like a bunch of news. You know how news is, like 90% of news out there is fucking tragic. So honestly, it low-key gets you into a semi-depressive state.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just
Especially
for
when news
hours.
hosting.
Yeah, just for hours looking at everything to try and figure out, well, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Most news is horrible. Yeah.
And you just end up learning so much shit that's going on in the world, but 90% of what's being shared is just fucking sad.
It's like sad or boring.
Yeah.
I think the sad part, I get it because you guys are constantly watching sad part, but I feel like if you don't give a fuck, it's not sad.
Stop giving a fuck, honestly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it could be interesting. How can we make it more entertaining?
How do you take the
So, yeah,
emotions
so
out?
when he's like, hey, you know, the monks are being eradicated from the earth. Take it away.
Well, fuck. How do we take care of the people that eradicating the earth from the earth, right? So we could talk about the monks getting smoked. Blah blah blah.
So
blah.
kill the guys that are smoking the monks.
How can we get these guys out the way? Send in special units. Get a news on the special units. Boom, special units save the monks. Boom, they're the hero. That itself is a news. That itself is a story.
But what happens when the special forces don't show up? Because that's what happens.
What happens when the special forces chopper crashes?
Because a lot of the news
A
happens
commercial
where,
plane hit it.
Right.
hey, this is a tragic thing that's happening. No one's here to save
I
it.
just like that we somehow went from Hmong people to monks.
Oh, you said mom?
I did say monks, yeah, but
Monks is cool though too. Monks.
I thought monks was a good direction.
I'm like, that's crazy. Somebody's just trying to eradicate all the monks.
But think about it. If this thing needs to happen because without this, there's no content. There's no movies. We need stuff like sad. It's sad to say, but like this shit needs to happen.
I think the news gets baked into these OTRs in easier ways.
Yeah.
Because those shape what the OTR content is.
We talk more freely.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot the shit with my boys.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
And again, it would be better if it's like shooting the shit on things that we actually have shit to shoot about.
Yeah.
Versus again, like man was found in his diaper
Yeah,
in
yeah,
like
yeah.
preschool
Legit.
and was hiding there. We're
Yeah.
like, all right, let's talk about.
But also
this
it's not
weird part of the human psyche.
But it's also not like, hey, so like, what's our favorite kind of math?
Yeah. What? Nah. Fuck all that.
Okay, 18 minutes.
Probably geometry.
You ever seen those podcasts that people make fun of that really do sound like that?
No.
There's this one with these like 4 white kids. I guess they're like cute, so everybody likes them. They literally clipped part of their podcast and they upload to Reels, and it's the guy going, "So what kind of toppings you guys like on your pizza?" And then the other guy goes,
I know who you're talking
he
about.
goes, "Dude, pepperoni." And the guy's like,
No
Yo,
way.
no way, me too.
By the way, those guys are like driving around in Supras,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
killing it.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, in some ways, to be honest, it truly doesn't matter how good
As
these
long as you
videos
like the
are.
people.
Really?
In some ways.
What's
You're
your
not
guys'
wrong.
favorite number to press on your keypad?
9.
Really?
And I'm not saying that, like, we can make videos like that and reach the top. I'm saying we can make videos that are fucking amazing, and people still don't watch it.
I forgot about that one.
Let's just follow what these guys are doing. Let's just copy them topic by topic.
Oh, man.
And
No,
let's see
I'm
how
saying,
far we
I'm
get.
saying there's reasons people watch different podcasts that are not always because the episodes are good.
Pineapple on a pizza? What? No way.
That would make them explode.
Did you know people do this?
Are they car guys though?
Well, I love pineapple on my pizza.
Yes, I do too. Steve, are they car guys though? The guys that did that?
No, they're just regular kids.
Kids, yeah.
They're like
Kids.
kids though, like they're like 12 or something.
That's what I mean.
But
like,
then that's just the kid.
But they're crushing it, Subi.
that's what we're talking about. Is that like it's not always just about like how do we make these episodes good? How do we make them good? It's like some people just want to watch other kids, or they want to watch like.
They want to relate. Even on the most rote things.
Yeah.
Okay. I see, guys.
How do we bring walks back? That's really we're talking about office hours.
walks back.
Oh, yeah, we
Let's
gotta
talk
bring
about
one.
the office hours, guys.
We bring walks back by doing not having to do as many episodes in a day.
Context is that we don't really walk anymore because we have to continue video sweat shopping.
How about Joe? You get us a walking treadmill and the table that goes up.
And then we do it while walking.
Lit.
Honestly, what if we do the show standing? That'd be kind of cool.
Standing desks?
Standing desk. Sometimes.
Well, if we did that, all they would see is our like.
Well, the tripod will go higher.
No. These cameras stay
Yeah, that's
for
true.
10 more years
true.
the way they are.
Fixed.
Honestly,
They're fixed tripods.
I honestly think that would help a lot.
Standing?
No, just when the cameras are not these cameras.
Yeah.
because I think we'll catch up to how YouTube looks today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think a lot of people's first impression, if they run into it, is just like
What's this old show?
old show, yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounds like an old show. People got like really good mics now. It's like
Yeah.
we're kind of.
Do you feel like if we were to improve that, like the views would go up like a good amount?
Skyrocket.
I feel like YouTube itself would probably classify it as a
Would push it
different
up
thing
more.
because it's like I can't give this blurry shit to everyone.
They'll see the sound waves. Hey, that's a new wave.
Yeah, I think there might be something there with it.
Lab mics.
But yes, to answer your question, I do like this all for us in our sanity and
Yeah.
our joy.
Yeah.
I do like this OTR structure. Of us
I look
talking
forward to it.
about
I dread it less. I'll
Yeah,
say
oh,
that.
yeah.
Like you know, like, not that like I would dread JK, but it's like thinking about like okay, and then like did you pull those images and you gotta turn all that? It's just a lot.
Yeah, like how many hours would it take you if you're doing all news articles?
He's so
30
fast.
minutes. 30 minutes.
That's fucking nuts. It takes me 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
It's
takes
because
me like
I
2.5,
read the news
3
all
hours.
week though. I read the news all week, so by the time I'm putting this shit in JK stuff, I've already read that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think.
Well,
Well, depending, because yeah.
Sometimes you have to add stuff to it.
Sometimes you
Also,
look, sound like you're just
there
using
are
your
some
comedic
articles-
chops.
Steve's just so talented at taking also shit news and being like,
Yeah.
oh god, this is gonna be funny.
You're good at improv.
Whereas me, I'm like, fuck, dude, like what happens? I need to know because the second somebody's like, well, what happened? And then I like start saying the answer. He doesn't even know the answer. And it's like,
Who's that? Who says that
Who
usually?
says that to you? Nobody's like that.
it's for sure Bart. It's for Bart's the most.
He even read the article.
But you know what's, you ever do this thing where you're like prepping an article, so you read the whole thing, and then after you finish reading it, you just go, I can't even use this. So it's like the time is just gone. Yeah.
Or the worst is I would color code in our host tab. Like I would put things down and I'll have some bold or some not. Like so that I can go like I don't know if I like this. I'll see
Yes.
tomorrow morning.
Yes, I do the same thing, but I don't do that. I just put in my notes on my phone.
How about you guys give me a chance?
Dude, Subi, let's host.
Let me do the prompts
do you
next
wanna
time.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Okay.
One day in Vegas.
We need you out on the field.
No, I know. I'll be out on the field, but when I come back to report, to finalize,
Subin report.
let me do some.
Do you know how to type?
Yeah. The fuck?
Lit. I just had to make sure.
The
You're in.
fuck?
Hey, you're in. You're hired.
It's funny
All right,
'cause
I
when
would love
do-
that.
When I do type,
We don't hire
I can
people here.
actually do a proper fucking grammar. Text message, I don't, because I'm always in a hurry doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're hired. Full-time health insurance.
No, ooh, wow. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
We match your 401k here too.
We contribute. Max
We just need a new some kind of new idea that isn't more videos. We just need like a new idea.
I think us doing gaming will be.
I know Ryan is so tired. I
Gaming.
love it.
No, because we'll do this forever until there's 10 views per video and we have
Gaming, bitch.
millions of videos.
Gaming.
That's what I'm hoping.
We all dig it.
Yeah.
We all dig it.
But it needs to come from you and Bart. It can't be us in a room. It's got to be you and Bart make this thing, and then you tell us to do it, and then we do it.
I need an excuse to game because I don't like to game just personally.
I'm banking on that being a big one.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm banking on knowing that I'll enjoy the fuck out of it.
Exactly.
I don't have time to play games anymore. So make this happen.
But if you had to tell your wife,
You could zoom in.
boys are making me work again.
We're gonna have to zoom in, Subi.
Because we're basically on a sinking boat asking for bigger buckets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there's a bucket.
Which weighs us down more, so more water comes in. Why are these buckets stainless steel?
I can't lift the bucket anymore, man.
It's too heavy.
Yeah.
No, y'all being negative.
Hey, look. You know what?
All right.
This room, people have been saying we've been sinking for a long time, and they said I've heard every year's our last year, but we're like the cockroaches of YouTube, as Joe says.
Nuclear attacks won't kill us.
But I think that's the audience would love to see something like they've always asked for new shit. Like
Yeah.
I think us hitting the streets. We talked about that. Doing Subi. I'll take a mic on the street. Who cares? That'll be fun.
But the sad
be
truth
really
that
good.
Joe's pointing out is it does have to equal a lot of content. Like it can't equal one really good video.
Yeah, we have to do a lot of different things to experiment and see what's
Gotta take
gonna
some
hit.
swings.
Yeah.
And you said you had multiple channels, correct?
I mean, so like in our 20s, that's so much easier to do, right? Which is why we popped up so many different concepts. We were creating so much content.
Verticals, brother. We did different verticals.
And it was spread this way.
That's horizontal.
Yeah. But if you were only shooting 2 days a month, you know what I mean? That's kind of hard to work with.
Well, especially for
Yeah.
a news show.
How do you picture the Vegas operations going?
That one?
Yeah, just in general. Because if you're gonna be in Hawaii most of the time, when can you be in Vegas?
Oh, I'll schedule out blocks of time. Like I would be there consecutively, so I'd be like,
how it is now.
but like I'd be like there for a week or so too.
Okay, word.
And I'll be like, this week I want to see you guys every day.
Word.
Cause I told you this too, but I wanted to sit you guys down and be like, what is your schedule like? Cause I think in order to explore and experiment and do shit, we need availability. Like things can't be forced overnight.
Right.
So when we're ready to create these different concepts, like I know if we want to do a gambling channel, if we want to do a gaming one, if we want to do a sports one, whatever concept we have, we actually need consecutive days to execute that and see what that format even looks like.
Right.
So there's going to be an experimental phase, and then you have to work a machine around that. Because if you don't know if you're going to use the medium of streaming or like if you're just going to do a million shorts, so like there's like really no there's no foundation yet. So in order to create a foundation, we need time to build that.
Let me see what works.
In my opinion, streaming is gonna be lit.
Yeah. What kind of content will we stream?
It could be whatever.
Anything, everything.
Because honestly, we just played Mario Kart after the election. We had a fucking blast. You know what I mean?
And I was lit.
Anthony was lit.
How are you lit?
Anthony's yelling at people. He's talking about how hot his wife.
He got drunk and started scolding everybody.
He scolded everybody about.
I like that. That was fun.
How he has a hot wife and they don't.
And they all liked it like little cucks watching.
Yeah, little cuck.
Our wives are all a bunch of uggos. That's what Anthony said. I was watching.
After I left, I was watching.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
I fell asleep watching you guys, but I was watching.
Goldeneye knife party. No.
Dude, you smoked me a gold knife. I was so embarrassed.
Throwing knives.
Throwing
I
knives.
did too many
only.
shots, so next time no
That's
shots
crazy.
for me.
Here's a question. So, you guys are like hella down for the gaming channel, right?
Hella down.
Why don't you guys do it yourselves? Like, not even with JK, but you build your own thing. Like, and
I
then
just feel like when
do your own
if
thing.
we if we are doing it together, it is JK that combined us. So I just felt like
Consolidating it and having it be something that like bleeds into the other things is more effective than creating something completely new
From
that
zero.
doesn't tie into it. Is all.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the time, I would just play games by myself and just work my other jobs. But then, like, if I can combine that and it helps,
and look forward to it. Like I want to like if I'm in the room with you guys, I'm like that. I would rather do that than any.
So you want it to be a group project,
100%.
but like
it's not my dream to have a gaming channel. It's my dream that JK doesn't die.
I see. So if gaming channel seems like the best option of how we can pivot.
Well, that's just like one thing we can do in terms of like ideas where it's a natural move, and it's not like we have to learn how to play a game to do the channel. It's like, oh, why don't we just get together, and on days where we're not just talking and making videos like this, if we're playing games, that's just another content.
And our people seem very interested in that.
Also, if we like do like an 8-hour shoot where we're sitting down talking, and then afterwards we're like, hey, you guys want to play some games? We might have naturally done that by ourselves.
Yes.
Anyways, so it's not to say like now let's add a full workday where we have to play games. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, oh, like if we have an outlet to do that, something that we enjoy doing, that might just be able to be like, hey, that was useful.
Yep.
And it's a pivot that I think we've already seen evidence of creators from our era doing.
Yeah.
So like there's very few examples that we can look to get some hope for this channel because it's so old. A lot of people go, why don't you do what Jason the Ween's doing? It's like that feels like a different generation. Show me a guy that rescued his channel that's like over a decade old. That's what we need to see as evidence. Nice. And when you look at those, a lot of them have pivoted to gaming because they had fun gaming. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like Higa, you can't find him anywhere unless there's a game next to him now.
Really?
Yeah, so that's all he does is stream games. That's it.
Is he on Twitch?
Yeah.
So he's not on YouTube no more.
I don't know if he uploads it to YouTube.
He might do the thing where they dump it off to YouTube.
Yeah. But I think most people just tried to pick the thing that they like doing and then converted that to...
Yeah, and it's not a pivot like he said, where we were doing something that we don't normally do. Ironically, we all do it in our own way. Yeah. Outside of this, we might as well just do it with each other, and it's like...
And it's way more fun that way.
Yeah, it would actually be fun. Like, it would actually be, like, stupid fun.
Yeah.
And that ties into the streaming extension.
Yes.